Hey, how's it going? It's a Sunday afternoon, about 4:45. If you look down the street, you'll hit Sukhumvit, and I don't know, a half a kilometer. Well, an equal distance in this direction, you'll hit Rama 4. What's this beautiful car? Subaru, I guess. Nice. So I'm going to go down to Rama 4 and do a little exploring. Head off in the direction of the Queen Circuit MRT station. So let's see what it looks like. I've been on that road 1,000 times in a cab. I don't think I've ever walked that entire stretch. And just a short distance down the street, that is Rama 4. So we're at the end of Sukhumvit, Soi 26 and Rama 4. This is the A Square Village, where you'll find the Flow House, the Fake Wave, a good bicycle shop, and a Harley Davidson of Bangkok. And then off to the left, that is the Big C grocery store. The Lotus is directly across the street, so it's nice to have two major grocery stores a short distance. And this is the K Village. You'll find all kinds of places to eat. There's a Via Market in there, Starbucks. And here's the bike shop tucked away, the Bike Zone. Really nice, guys. It says it's open right now on a Sunday afternoon. Many of these businesses are 7 days a week until 8 p.m. But if you are a cyclist into your nice carbon fiber frames and all those things, this might be a good spot to know. And right next door is the Flow House. Come on down to this artificial wave. Have a good time. And right above the Flow House is a place I still need to try. The Blueprint, I think it's Blueprint, Live House. A newish live music spot. And just across the way is Motoplex, Sukhumvit, Aprilia, Moto Guzzi, Piaggio, Vespa. I see some nice, beautiful big bikes. Look at that Aprilia. And some authentic Vespas. That's a beautiful bike. You'll find it tucked away right behind the Harley shop. And at the very end of 26, just maybe 100 feet from the Big C, that's the Harley shop here in Bangkok, or one of them. And I guess the official name is AAS Metro Harley Davidson. And that large building is the Big C, so that's your landmark. If you're looking for any of those spots, look up the A Square. And here's all the moto taxi riders standing by. Just have 20 baht handy, hand it to them before you get on the bike. In some places, reports are they're starting to ask for 30 baht, but I've paid 20 baht for years, and I paid 20 baht today. So establish that price before you take off, and here at Rama 4, they'll race you down as far as Prompong BTS for that 20. Same on most streets. They'll hang out at the end of Soi 24 or Soi 16. 20's the going rate, but if you're uncertain, just hand them a 20. Tell them where you're going, and they'll say yes or no. 99% of the time, I think they're going to say yes. Now, what you don't want to do is jump on one of these guys that hangs out at the end of the street and ask them, hey, how much to take me to, say, Terminal 21? These guys are just racing up and down one street. They'll probably take you there, but they're going to quote some high price, maybe even twice as much as you might get on the Grab app. So now we're on the corner of Soi 26 and Rama 4. The Big C on the left, you can see the Lotus off on the right. They have a nice pedestrian bridge to get in between the two. The Lotus has all the typical shops, but they also have a decathlon. I did a video on that. It's, I believe, French sporting goods store, but you'll find bicycle inner tubes and camping equipment, all that kind of thing. We're just going to take a peek up Rama 4. If you see that building off in the distance with the cranes on top, I believe that is a new Life building going up near the Queen Circuit MRT station. So we'll head off in that direction, see what's in between. Came up to the intersection of Kasemrat Road, and if you go off parallel to the Lotus off in this direction, you'll hit the customs building, which is near the Chao Phraya River, but it's not very accessible. It's more off to the left, maybe 2 kilometers is, I assume that's the port of Bangkok. I know when I lived up in An Nut, I would look down and see all the ships unloading containers. And just across the street looks like a pretty official seafood spot, Kuntong Seafood. A lot of smaller restaurants. I know, is it Pad Thai Mayam? I'm not sure if that's the exact name. I order her Pad Thais on Grab all the time. I know she's over here on Rama 4 in this area. Maybe I'll walk by it, but it might be one of those businesses that doesn't even have a sign. They're just so popular, they don't even need it. They just do such a huge walk-up business and Grab. And here's DNA Skate Shop. If you're looking to put a board together. More seafood. Lots of traffic on this Rama 4. It's almost as busy as Sukhumvit, maybe busier at times. Kind of an industrial area on the other side of the road. Small shops, muffler places, that kind of thing. Most of which are closed up on this later Sunday afternoon. But just across the way is a gas station and a McDonald's, which I think is 24 hours. And I'm guessing we're at the end of Soi 24. I'll correct myself if I'm wrong. And it does say they're open 24 hours, but from personal experience, I know they don't deliver Grab 24 hours. I have wandered home at 2 in the morning and McDonald's Big Mac seemed like a good idea, and it said closed. Some of these restaurants, I know Prime Burger does the same thing. They only do Grab certain hours. I'm not sure about McDonald's. I know Prime Burger, it says closes at 10 p.m., where they are open until 2 a.m. They're just doing such a crazy amount of business at 11, midnight, that they don't mess with Grab, was the explanation they gave me. And here goes a nice little Isuzu mini truck. A lot of these trucks over here are diesels. Also in the gas station parking lot is a Lotus Go Fresh. I'm going to assume that's 24 hours. Most of the small Go Fresh are. It's a 7-Eleven style with a little bit extra fresh vegetables. Sometimes you get some meat and chicken in there. And this is the end of Soi 24. You'll find the Millennium Auto, which appears to specialize in BMWs and Mini Coopers. And just across the street is a Chinese furniture, Yao Furniture and Decor, furniture repair, refinishing services, antique reproductions. And it looks like the Millennium has one of those elevator storage units for the cars. And just off of Rama 4, here's a 7-Eleven. I don't see a street sign, but just some traditional 4-story walk-ups. Sometimes you can find a cool little spot to have a drink, or you might find one of your newest favorite restaurants tucked away. Here's a rehearsal room, which I'm assuming music spot. But things are pretty quiet back here, so I'm gonna head back out to Rama 4. And here is Yord Pad Thai. I might have had this Pad Thai. And there's the propane shop. Most people use, well, those are restaurant-sized tanks next to a little clinic. But most people use propane. And this is looking up Rama 4. And then it kind of splits off in this direction. We'll take a peek up there. I think I see one more apartment building, or maybe it's a hotel called Cozy Pillow. The I Proud Apartments. Nothing fancy, but if it's nice and clean, you might get a heck of a deal. Yeah, it's a little hotel. It says vacation house. And there's a fairly large Honda dealership. You'll find guys doing motorbike repair all over Bangkok. And there's a construction site up ahead. This is how they transport the workers to wherever they're taking them, off into the suburbs or maybe to the train stations. And even on a Sunday, what is it, a little after 5 p.m., they're hard at it. There'll be another shift working into the evening. And from here, if this is the building, I think it is, we're getting closer to the Queen Sirikit MRT, just up the way and to the right. KTDC Dental since 1964. There's a good crowd of people in there. Most of these dental clinics, not only are they 7 days a week, they go into the evening, 8 p.m. Japan Rent-A-Car in the Japan Rent Tower. There's also a chauffeur service, automotive supply store, and there's always going to be street food. We're getting up to a Sukhumvit off to the right, and then it turns into Rama 3 off to the left. And there's another side shot of, I believe it's a life building going up on Rama 4 here, almost to a Sukhumvit. I saw a banner there a month or so ago. This would be a real easy walk, maybe less than 10 minutes, to Queen Sirikit MRT station, or the, what is it, Med Center Hospital? I'll put in the title, I'm sure I have that name wrong. Med Park, perhaps. Here's the FYI Center, 7-Eleven on the bottom, and just a large office complex. I'm gonna stick my head in the courtyard. It looks a little larger than I thought. Yeah, everything's all closed up on this Sunday, 5:10 p.m. There is a nice piece of artwork. A fancy double-decker tour bus. Nice to see people enjoying the city. And that's it. We're at Rama 4, and the street sign said take a right to a Sukhumvit, but I'm 99% sure it's Ratchapisik on this block, at least going by Benchikiti Park, and then it turns into a Sukhumvit over by Terminal 21 and Cowboy for a short distance, then it turns back into Ratchapisik. But again, I'm just going by memory. So I'm gonna take a right turn and head down the short distance towards Queen Sirikit MRT station. If you go off to the left here, that turns into Rama 3. If you continue up Rama 4, you'll head up in the direction of the U.S. Embassy. Yeah, I'm correct. It is Ratchapisik, but the street sign just 100 feet back said take a right to a Sukhumvit, which is true. But a Sukhumvit starts in about another kilometer. And there's one of those, two of them actually, tricked out trucks. Across the street is the Park building. The highway on-ramp there is in the way, but beautiful structure, businesses. I'm not sure if there's condos up on top. And it was actually a little closer than I thought, maybe 200 feet from the corner of Rama 4 and Ratchapisik, the Queen Sirikit Convention Center. And the Convention Center is just on the other side of the street. To get to the other side, of course, you'd go down into the train, go underground. And right across the way where you see the QSNCC, that's the Convention Center. And almost attached to Queen Sirikit is this older building. It's just has a Thai name, but if you're looking to live super affordable right in the heart of Bangkok, let me get out of the way here. Everybody's using this little shortcut here. I better get out of the way. Somebody did a Baja California fix there to make a little entryway to the train. But what I was saying is that if you're looking to live cheap, but you still need to be close to a train, you can't get any closer than this apartment building. And from the looks of it from the outside, I'm guessing it's fairly affordable. Hey, so thanks so much for following along this walk down Rama 4 today. I appreciate that. Consider subscribing for more looks around Bangkok. If this is something you're interested in, this is where I live, so I'm out exploring. Have a great afternoon.